Hey guys, so one thing about me you should know is that I love Pacman frogs, or horned frogs. They're pretty sweet. They're probably one of my favorite amphibians, not only because of their crazy appetite, not only because they're like just big little fat guys that are awesome, but also they really have neat colors and they just really look like sweet frogs to me. I know there's tons of beautiful frogs out there, like dart frogs, what have you, but like, I don't know, Pacman has appealed to me a lot. And one of the type of frogs I've been just trying to get my hands on is an ornate horned frog. Not a crane welly, the brown guys you always find, but an ornate. And I don't know, for most people, stateside it's probably easy. I don't know about Europe and other parts of the world. But Canada, getting your hands on an ornate isn't always the easiest thing to do. And by like, I don't know, I consider it by a miracle, Glenn, a good friend of mine, who owns the local exotic pet store downtown, Grand River Pets, happened to have a supplier carrying them. So I was like, yeah man, I want one. So what I did is I actually traded Lunchbox, my fantasy Pacman frog, a hybrid between the Cornuta Amazonian horned frog and the Cranewelly horned frog, for those of you who want to know what a fantasy frog is, to him for an ornate. Because the thing is, I wouldn't normally do that, but let's just say that Lunchbox didn't really hold the name Pacman very well. She wasn't a very big eater. Like, she would eat her supers and everything, but I just really wanted something more crazy than like an eating machine. And I knew an ornate was the right thing to choose. So here's my little guy. Haven't named him yet, but he came in on Monday. Thanks so much. Thanks again, Glenn. Keep up the good work. You're running a sweet store. Here's my new little ornate, and I'm hoping it's a female, because females get bigger. And yeah, so this is him, or her, really small right now. This is his current setup. I'm trying to size him up. He's going to be in this Rubbermaid once he's an adult, but for now I have a small heat pad under the enclosure. Coconut husk as a substrate, because moss. I can't stress enough, guys, go on Fat Frog forums. Really good forums for the Pacman frog and pixie frog and other amphibians, mainly them. They tell you too, don't use moss, don't use stone, don't use sand, don't use gravel, whatever, like nothing. Just use coconut husk. It's the safest thing to use with your Pacmans. Pacmans are crazy when it comes to eating. They will just lunge, and if they get a mouthful of rocks or moss, they can get impacted, which means that their gut will literally be blocked by these substrates. So the easiest thing for them to pass is the coconut husk fiber. So I can't stress enough, even if lots of people have used moss, but I want to be safe with my frogs. This guy came with moss in his container. So I'm just saying, I can't stress enough, don't use moss. It's the safest way to go. This guy is insane. I walked home with him in my pocket, okay? He's shaking around. I walked slowly, but I was careful. But I walked home with him in my pocket and got home, opened his container, decided, okay, I hope the guy isn't too stressed, the little guy. I dropped a cricket and he just went nuts. Like, he was just settled in already. He was going nuts eating. I've been feeding him every day. He's going crazy. Right now he eats calcium D3 dusted crickets, herptivite covered crickets. Today he ate 2 rosy red fish. I'm not going to do that often, but apparently fish once in a while isn't too bad for them. Only the small live-bearing feeder fish, nothing like goldfish that have big bones. But anyway, that was just a trial thing. I've heard that they have too many antibiotics in them, so I'm not going to be feeding fish anymore. He ate half a baby nightcrawler. Yeah, he just has a mean appetite. I'll see if he'll eat now. I'm going to drop a cricket and you guys can see what happens there. There we go, there's a cricket in his enclosure. See if he'll eat for ya. He's eaten a lot today, mind you, like 3 or 4 flies, those 2 fish, 2 rosy reds, and a few other crickets. But he's pooped twice as well. So I don't want to overfeed him. Tomorrow I'm, you could say, fasting him. I don't want him eating. He's not going to eat tomorrow. And I'm also going to pick up some calcium that's D3 free tomorrow for him, because apparently you should alternate between the two so you don't overdose on the D3. Oh, that's a pretty lousy response, but normally a lot more enthusiastic about his food. What do we have here? I don't know. He might not be hungry. I don't know. Normally he goes nuts for the food, but you know, whatever. We'll leave that in there. Maybe he'll eat while I keep talking. So yeah, I'm just in the middle of changing his water. Just cleaned his dish. He needs new water because he pooped in it. Yeah, from my experience of keeping Pacman frogs, they love to go or do their business in their water dishes. So what I have is a heat pad under here, guys, and it's a medium size, so it ends to about halfway. So I position this so that half of the container is under the heat pad and the other half is cool, so he has a cool and warm side. I put the water dish on the cool side, and I guess he likes to chill on the warm side. The thermometer here reads about 80 degrees on the warm side, and yeah, he's doing fine. I can't wait till this guy grows up, and I'll be doing some feeding videos on him soon. Also, guys, keep in mind, I know a lot of you have asked me to do videos on crested gecko care. Those are coming up on the way, so don't worry, I didn't forget, and I'm not ignoring or neglecting your comments or requests. I will get that video up and going. I'm probably going to do 2 videos on that topic or subject. So yeah, I guess we'll try feeding him once more. If not, this will be the end of the video. But yeah, let's just see. Oh, come on, little guy. But yeah, like I said, you see him missing like that, right? It's coconut husk. If that were moss or a stone, he'd be in trouble. So that's why it's safer to use the coconut husk, because it passes through a lot easier than everything else. Come on. It's kind of disappointment to have a Pacman video without seeing a meat. Oh, there we go. Gone. Happy, and he squishes it down, pushes his eyeballs down. But yeah, so yep, thanks for watching, guys. If you have any questions about him, maybe name recommendations, feel free to let me know. Maybe we can do a vote or something like that on a name for him. So yeah, thanks for watching, everybody. See you later next time. Bye.